2 ladders to go down. I'll take this one to the left. Yep, I'll keep going down. There goes my ankle breaking. They probably both led to the same place. Yep. Just a little bit more to fit myself down. Breaking my legs, it's what I do. Oh, we've gone even lower. Well, that's cool, I guess. Let's go forward. From tide to spine, he placed his head in the vise and spun the wheel until the skull cracked and the thoughts leaked onto his shoes. It relieved the pressure for a while, but it was soon returned. Well, that's pleasant. Alright. So this area then. Yes, I'll eye around. We'll go a little bit deeper into the depths. There's also a gramophone here to listen to. What do you have to say?
You seem to have undergone quite a profound conversion in Mexico, Mr. Mandus.
You could not have seen it yourself and not, Professor. As we disembarked, even through my fever, I saw the detritus of this so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease, rot and destruction polluting the waters of the Empire. We are ruiners, you and I, and all of us, and we make the world unclean.
And you took it upon yourself to act as Redeemer.
Professor, I would not be so presumptuous. I am merely a conduit. I am constructing an architecture to wrestle our damnation to the ground and smother it with steam.
That's why we made an animal zoo. Let me just make an assumption here. Yeah, we're not going that way. It's not an animal zoo. Pigs are people too. Let's go over this way. I mean, I guess they're genetically experiment people turned into pigs, or pigs turned into people. I'm still trying to figure out which way it goes. But yeah. Then down that way, which means left, right. We're good.
He's here! He's here!
So I really don't think my kids are here. We're not all the way at the bottom yet.
I said you'd come.
Yep, my kids just hiding out in the sewers, as kids like to do. The pump rooms. These must be the bilge pumps. I am at the heart of the saboteur's efforts. In order to keep this flood in place, he must have disabled these vast pumps, but he was clearly rushed. Thus far, he has left most of his work incomplete. His clumsy efforts reduced to simply switching off all he could find. If I can locate the controls, the remedy will be simple. Because I am mechanic, hear me fix machines, corrode acid, put together chemicals, refuel the truck. But then I guess we didn't really have a scene with the invisible water monster, so sure, fine. Or we're going back up already. Up and down and all around. Can't wait to eat people bacon. Bet it tastes delicious.
Trickled to still waters. I dragged myself deeper into the temple, downward ever, towards a wind that held the voices of my children, beckoning me to set them free.
I'll break my legs instead. Yay! I almost killed myself. That's the spirit. That or the screen decided to be very red on its own today. This door over here looks like it's closed. Probably because it is. How about over here? I like. Oh yeah, of course my light's flickering. We're still around visible monsters, just having fun playing around in the water. This is a different ladder, which means I should probably climb it. I don't know what the violent stream is for. Is there something? Let's go here, and now I can open these. Nothing, nothing. Is that something? That's nothing. Nothing. Can I pick around these boxes? You fell way back here and get this mechanism working pretty soon if I get myself unstuck. Oh no. I was just curious what was over here, sir. Please don't get me stuck here. If I do it backwards. There we go, doing it backwards helped for some reason. Okay, let's go on to the next area then. Stop. Ensure all wheels are in place for, I guess, correct operation of pumps. Yes. correct order of pumps? All I know is there's a valve here. I'm going to try turning it. That maybe or maybe did not do anything correctly. But I did it. I feel proud. Nice view you got here. I'll actually crawl down this time so I don't die. Hopefully the door opens. I have learned over time that steam is bad. There we go, the door moved out of the way, I guess. Cool. My journal tells me, valves and pipes. Another pump, once again I must engage it. I cannot help but feel I am trapped in some great game, forced to undertake endless Herculean, I guess, labors for a promised reward of my darling children. Well, that's one way to think about it. I just think you're turning a lot of valves and pipes. What do I know, right? Now, gotta keep going lower. By which I mean I should probably take the path to the right. Hello, path to the right. I bet it leads to the path to the left as well, but you never know until they cross paths. Oh. Yeah, I get it. I'm running. I'm running and jumping and running and jumping. There's Lara out here. Ah, too slow. Well, I made it someplace. That looks like it's blocked, which means I probably can't move that way. Steam is blocking that route. This route's not blocked, though. Okay, a few different directions to go. I kind of want to look what's over here, too. That looks like it's just blocked by Steam. Because it is indeed just blocked by Steam. Okay. Let's cross this way. What might be in here? Oh, but this looks like it might be the right way. That means what's up here? I always like looking the wrong way for the right way, if it's ever possible. What's this say? Main pump controls? Well, this actually might be the right way then. Oh, I'm really that low? Call me surprised. Is there something there? No. I'll get back to the main pump controls in a second. I'm actually going to circle myself around back over here. See if there's like a room or something hidden back here. There's blood. Way I can climb down. For science, I will try this out. Right side is, I didn't die. Downside is, I don't know what I'm supposed to be. I guess it's just a ladder. Yep. There we go. Hint saved. Probably have to figure that one out for a while, but yeah. So it's just a useless pit to fall down. Cool. I think. But hey, remember that games love their physics-based puzzles. Okay, so I'll just cross over to the other area after finding a pit to fall down. Maybe that ladder being lowered will be important later. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. I'll go further down in here. Yes, I would like to turn on the power. Look at all these tools, which I guess I can do with the saw blade. I can hardly throw with shit in this game. Yes, I will turn the valve. Oh, yep, such a complex puzzle. Oh, but it's locked in place, which implies there's more I need to do. What might that be? Ah, there's a gear here. Wants to bet the gear goes in like here. There we go. Looks like there's a smaller... Oh, this is a gear, isn't it? Ta-da! Puzzle solved. I must be a master of puzzles. Not the fact that those are actually really simple puzzles. let's head back. What if I threw one of the gear pieces into the water? Would it just respawn it? Finding the children. The flood is drained, I prevail, the Salvator is beaten, my heart pounds with excitement, even as my head spins and shudders in feverish anticipation. How this machine now throbs about my knee, sensing its rebirth is imminent. The final descent beckons me to enter, as Lily once lay on our wedding bed and summoned me into manhood. Yeah, sir, I need to learn about your sex life, I'm fine. Let me go over this way, and I guess go a little bit deeper. Is that it down there? Anything worth jumping to a hole for? Doesn't look like it's worth jumping to a hole for, so yeah. Let's cross back over the way which I came. Hello, crossing overs. I am here, and now crossing back over across here. Jump. That's not open. That's not open, and this is not open. Oh, I guess I go down here, don't I? Yeah, this was the thing that was flooded before, which is now no longer flooded, so... I get water monsters, you're still excitable. Always good to have a refresh that happens to be refreshing, so yeah, acting, alright. Let's roll. Guess I don't jump up there, so I'll just continue on my sewer path here. Look at that thing spin. Guess that's where I need to go, but what's over here? Curiosity is not subdued until I experiment. Or it just cycles me around. That works too! Alright, door, I'm ready to open you. And inside this we find another fucking decontamination zone. I love these that I mentioned. Just decontaminating myself for the third time today, don't mind me. All that decontamination fluids. I must fucking have cancer now or something. Alright, now wait for that to get loaded up, and here we go. Next valve means less cancer for all of us. That door opens, means I can deactivate this. Now, do the sewers lead to more sewers, or to a workshop? Looks like we might be leaving the sewers finally. Yai, and suddenly silence. Strange, subtle silence as I throw chairs around. Nothing else really to throw around though or to look at. Except for these, I guess that's a gear, that's a hammer, some boxes, hammers, other stuff. This door is glowing blue, so I anticipate it's probably important. The children dancing. They pulled the child loose from the thresher, or at least what was left. More where that came from, said the foreman, apologizing for the inconvenience. Here I am. Still making my way deeper into the machine. Are we gonna take an elevator? Oh, it's the fucking elevator. Oh, it's not an elevator. I got really hoping for a second. Can't do my sweeping job, unfortunately. No brooms to pick up. Here's another note, though. March 15th, 1899. Curled into my bunk, all sick and sweat-ridden, they clean my room about me, but I can only hear the voice from within the greatest of stories. Seems to me, and I dreamt of a great machine. We will build a new world from the ruins of the old. We will plant flowers in the rotten rib cage and let them grow to hold the sky from falling. Remember how it whispered to me as we rolled sick and heaving, and I remember when we pulled into the Southampton and we both wept, for it was every bit as much a discretion as we had been son to me. And then we came to London. I sat upon the mantelpiece and went into the house and gathered the servants and set on recrafting them. And then I went to the garden and buried those tiny shattered skulls under my weeping bulges of the rhododendrons. I guess that's a type of flower. That'd be my guess, though. Okay. Seems we're good regardless to go further into our deeper descent. Hello there. There's another journal entry. So much reading in this game again. The heart of the machine. And when they first said, "Daddy," my heart was molten, as if blood frozen upon the ground were held to the sun in thaw and slop. They were inseparable, always together, one soul and two bodies, and my love was all-consuming. I would die for you, I whispered to their sleeping faces. I would kill. I would set this world to ruin to protect you. I have fought through dark tunnels, great engines, the foulest of beasts. I have set my covenant and drained the flood, and I am come for you, my darling boys. I'm guessing we're not even really the father. Because there's a person who sounds like us on the phone who isn't us. There were some messages at the top about, hey, don't kill us. I think I just think I'm this guy. I'm not actually him. Stop. No authorized personnel to enter the facility by order of the management. Most likely, most probably. Left, right. I'll go left first. Because it doesn't go down. Yep. Real enticing back here. I'll go this way then.
And you came then to London, and you set me upon a mantelpiece, and then you went into the house and gathered the servants, and reset you and I on recrafting them, and then you went into the garden and buried those tiny shattered skulls, alone.
Yeah, I like the music again. But I think I'm kind of a fan of classical music. This isn't really classical, but it's got sort of some
your children, Mandus, to spare them the world you have created for us.
There's the elevator. Is that the machine? I hope so. It's going down. Where's the switch? Here we go. Deeper, deeper. See the machine as the weird music tones in. Oh, I like it. We are. I'm guessing this is the quote-unquote machine.
God. Dear Christ, what is this place?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you built it, so then I guess you do have amnesia. And I don't even think it's really you. I just think you think you're this person. Anyways, regardless, enough about my theorizings. We won't know until we go. A lot of different ways to go, though, which means I'm going to first go over here because this looks like it might not be the right way. I have to go higher up. What does this even say? Rod control room. Ah, here we go. Can I control rods from here? Supposedly. Why'd the glass there? Guess I can listen to this first.
And they feel no pain. The process is completely humane.
Humane, Professor? That we judge the acceptable level of suffering by the human condition? Ask the beggar, Professor. Ask the orphan. Ask the whore. Ask the starving, Professor. The weak, the sick, the filthy. Ask them to define your humane.
That sounds like you have a few problems there. Are we gonna go back up or something? Because there's rooms that we kind of skipped past. I don't think we even really entered, but hey, we'll find out. A lot of switches. Sort of looking around to see what there is to see and not see. Jeez, there's multiple different ways we could be going right now. Part of me is tempted to go back. Do I just turn all these on? Oh. Let's see what this has to say. A final act of sabotage. The bastard has been here too. It's the epic center of the meddlings. This is where it began, and this is where it will end. I will seek the source of this destruction, and then I will render this sabotage impotence once and for all. Sure. This one even turn? There we go. So only one of them is turned off. Before I go the other route, like I think I'm supposed to, I kind of want to go over here and look up to see if there's anything. Over here on the frames in the machine, there's two different pathways, but I bet they connect. But they may or may not lead to anything. I didn't really get checked before, so yeah. It kind of looks like there's a room up here. Yeah, there's a room or something here, so I'll take a look.
I tried. I tried so hard. I will uphold my promise. I will always protect them for you. My eyes are your eyes. My heart is your heart. I will rip them loose from this rotten world and set them to burn, all to save them.
That's a little bit dramatic, sir, but okay. Nothing to really mess about with there, except these levers, which I'm now going to pull. Fortunately, pull to no success. Well, I'll figure it out. At least I know there is something up here. I'll get back to you in case I decide I need to pull any levers as part of a puzzle to get the last thing working and get the machine fully working. Honestly, it's not the best sabotage you could have done, though who knows, maybe it's super complex to get working again. We'll find out shortly, I suppose. Let's go turn over to the left, up, down, and sure, I'll go this way. Down the hatch. Now, if I had sabotaged the machine, where would I put its goodies? That doesn't look like a light, it looks like something else. But whatever the case, I guess those are lights, because there's another one that almost jumped down here, which would have probably killed me, so yeah. Or maybe it wouldn't have killed me, I've just been into that red damaged state. Danger, Compound X, highly flammable, highly corrosive, highly toxic. And I'm assuming that's what, yeah, the war-like liquid is. And of course, just making sure that we know we can hear that toxic sound thing. Do I just pull this down? How do I pull that down? I almost jumped right into it. Oh, am I just supposed to open it and then go back and flip the switch and it'll just magically be fixed again? If that's all there is to this, then wow. But I bet something else is going to happen, right? Maybe I'm missing something completely different here. Let me cross over and climb right on up. Okay, I got a little bit turned around there with that. Oh, fuck! Okay. Let me jump right over here. Made it. I'm fine. This is fine. Can I just flip the switch now? Ta-da! Magic works. Now I back and pull those levers upstairs. Yay. What a very hard way to contract this, what does my journal say? Ignition control. Now I'll find the ignition control and start the machine once more. Elated, I stride forth upon these catwalks. I am coming, my darlings. I have almost saved you. Well, I have a feeling this isn't going to go as picture perfect as we're planning, but hey.
Harkly, the air is thin. Your little voices tell. Oh, Mandus, they suffocate. They suffocate.
Oh, that's it.
Daddy, Daddy!
Power's on. Here goes the other lever.
Now, Mandus, set them free. Set them all free.
Yeah, I'm sure this will go as planned. Perfectly. Exactly as we hope it will. Not totally make things go totally terribly.
I live. I breathe again. I rise. I will rise to bleach the sky and still the water. I will spin the world wheel and set the future upon the path to redemption.
Where are my children? You promised me my children!
My time is come. More pig. More pig.
Boys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Huh. I would salute with my heart too if I could. No, I'm guessing that wasn't the end of the game. Mandus Saboteur, you can't come in. No, you can't come in. Must sleep in the yard, bad piggy. Dirty pig, stinking filthy animal, you bad child, you stinking child, you filth. Yeah. And obviously the guy they were talking to was driving us a little bit too much to try and save our children, so there's more going on. Light out. Here I am somewhere. I couldn't tell you where, but it looks like the elevator I rode earlier, so yeah.
And, emerging, I raised my head to an uncaring sun, and I cursed this world of pain and despair. This civilization built on the ricketed bones of the unfortunate, on the greed and swell of mammon and empire. Cradling a stone egg in my jacket, I kissed my children farewell, and I crawled my way home.
I mean, it's so obvious he was a bad guy. Well, into the pig's dens, I'm guessing. They're having that blurring effect, and I can't run right now, so oh boy. Let's see what's through here. Doors. Not very surprising, but they're doors. I see the balls. Let me disinfect myself, or dead boys come at me. Hey, at least they opened the door for me. What's this? Falling pig mask. I wish there was just a shit ton just raining down. Let me read this note though. 29th December, 1899. Can a man construct himself anew? Can a man, on realizing who he is or what he has become, tear himself apart down to the bricks and begin again? Are our souls just this? Tiny cogwheels and clockwork? An intricate machine to serve a function that upon reflection we might set to a new task? Can a man defined by his actions, defined by what which he finds brilliant, set to sabotage this body, his machine, until those children of his soul turn into motion, and he may awake to a new sun, a new year, a new century, with hope in his heart? As I reach my hands to expose wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than to continue to live as a monster. I like the music in the game. I agree with that. Which I guess makes sense, because Chinese room usually have a good music department. Up I go. Or I guess I wrote while I was climbing the ladder. That's not safe, sir. It's not safe at all. Pressure regulation. Let's read my journal here. Betrayed. So it is done. The saboteur was me, and the voices on the telephone was him. What of us? How do we connect? Surely I cannot be responsible for all I see about me. I cannot remember. I cannot remember at all. I can grasp it. All I can grasp is a moment when the world split into two pieces, and the innards of humanity fell from the orifices, torn back, a gag in my open, bifurcated heart. So basically, all my children are all dead, and I should probably tear down the world now. So we continue. No. Now sneak around through here. If I see those vents, probably shouldn't breathe that in. Steam vents. All about me, the thunder of machinery, the blast of boiling steam. I cannot pass without fear of scalding. I am a lobster, cracked, my circulation stagnated, my vital motions impeded. The steam will boil my hole unless I find a way to shut it off. I'll continue.
Where are they? Where are my children?
Why do you ask, Mandus? You know the answer well enough.
Battery. I would say that probably Chinese room are the definition of a pretentious studio, but to be honest, I don't dislike their games. I think that they are not... There's different types of pretentious to me, I guess. I say that it's a bad word, but I guess I like their games. I'm enjoying this game well enough for what it is. I will admit there is a level of it to it, but I guess I'm just not bothered by it. There's certain types of it that bother me, but I don't really find it in most of the games they make there. Even if I realize that they're very art housey, kind of cliquey art house games, but yeah. Children really are most wonderful, useful creatures. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proved indispensable in cleaning their larger steam pipes. It appears the matter from the slaughtering process may indeed to vaporize at source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically, we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies into the pipes to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with just a shorthand broom, our little explorers venture into the dark. Of course, we can only pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast, or they risk being trapped and boiled by the superheated vapors when they rush back into the system. Now then, going from there. Then we will be sending their comrades in afterwards to scrape free the cooling mess. The survivors tell me you can reach all manner of places within the complex of the pipes. I smile, tell them I am so proud, and then feed them to the pigs. Steam power off. Now then.
What are you doing, little piggy? Do you think I will allow you to sabotage me again?
I want my children, you unholy bastard!
The delivery of that line was a little bit silly. Well, anyways, let's go this way. Basically, this quote-unquote villain's flaw was not giving us our children back. I bet we would have just let him run his machine or whatever if he had just given us our children. Take my ankles a bit, and let's go this way.
Will it hurt them? A cleansing fire always burns, little Mandus, but it purifies and it makes anew. Did it hurt to carve out the fevered flesh? Did it hurt to cut free the gangrenous foot? Ask instead this: can we save them?
When did I say that? That is not me. That is not me!
I hated this about the first Amnesia game, and I hate here too, the blurring screen effect. It's like one of my least favorite quote-unquote insanity effects. Well, I can't stand up. I'm just crouched down as I walk amongst the pig mask. So yeah. This, and I fall over, of course. Big monster and big monster thing. The pig leave me a note from a kind beast. December 1st, 1899. There's a spoon of medicine, I says, and its silver spoon what did get born, holding never so painful for mummy dear, but grasped so hard it was a little screaming red fist. Later you used your spoon to dig a hole in the garden to get all the way to Mexico, and then you did eat worms with your spoon on the way to stay fat. This spoon was the same you gave your twins. Then you used it to dig a hole in their clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole, where you dig next, I ask? You and your little silver spoon, made from the silver spine of your children, wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed. Dear sweet Jesus, my darling Lilibeth, what have I become? Out. Listen, I can mess around with this. There we go. What does this have to say on my journal? Mandus the Saboteur. It seems the pressure system is indeed the Achilles heel of the facility, something I clearly did not realize in my first clumsy attempt at sabotage. And if I reroute the steam, I can wreak havoc. Machine's doing machine things. That's a door. That's a locked door, actually. I'll continue glancing around. There may or may not be pig monsters about here, so yeah. I will say this, I'm not disenjoying the game, I'm enjoying it. I said this earlier when I wasn't streaming this. I am streaming this now, by the way, for those on YouTube. But I think some people would like this game more if it didn't have the Amnesia name. They honestly could have dropped the Amnesia name and dropped some of the Amnesia-esque things, by which I mean the things are just kind of minorly there. It's fine as it is, though. I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely more akin. I guess it kind of feels like one of Chinese games mixed with some Amnesia elements, which I guess is what it is. But yeah. dislodging all the pipes right now. Glance around, I think I'm okay. You know, just sabotaging all the pipes. What else would I be up to? Here to do my magic work here with my magic pulling fingers, though I'm pretty sure this would scorch my skin, what do I know? The pressure regulator. Some form of steam regulator. I'll wager if I disable it, the damage caused by the rushing steam pressure would be catastrophic, certainly enough to force a temporary stalling of this entire engine. That should cause the steam pressure to drop. Mandus, you clever old goat, I can feel this horror, this grief, this betrayal boil into fury. I will not stand, I will not be undertrodden if this machine is my heirloom. I am the Overman. Yeah. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games to make my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video, obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.